Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Yes. Another Tuesday. Welcome to another Live at 5 where we teach you the organic approach to making money online. So, as you are jumping on, um, say hey, let me know where you're tuning in from. And yes, for those of you that do not know me, my name is Daria Jackson Legonier. I am the co-founder of Online Success Made Simple. And yes, today I am solo. My partner could not make it today, but it is all good. Hey, what's up, Janet? What's going on? Yes, just say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Um, I want to give a shout out to those of you that are watching on our fan page, in our group, on YouTube, LinkedIn. Hello. We have an amazing topic prepared for you, but I'm going to do it solo. And I will not be able to go over everything that we have for you today, but we're going to come back at a later date and we're going to go into detail. So today's topic is the do's and don'ts about prospect. And I know it's not sexy, it's not excited like traffic and AI and things like that. But if you are an affiliate marketer or a network marketer or any type of business owner and you're using social media to meet people, to prospect, to get more traffic to your websites, then prospecting is something that we must talk about. But before I get started, um, above this you will see a link, and it says streamyard.com/Facebook, or whatever platform you're on. You can click on that, and it will give StreamYard and the platform that you are on permission to show your name. So right now, this person here on Facebook, it says Facebook user because they weren't able to get those two to work together. And if it doesn't work, you know what? You know how Facebook does. Facebook does its own thing. It's all good. I'm glad you're here anyway. So, what before I get started, what I need you to do is send out a text message or hootie hoo out to your business partners, to your teams, because this is a topic that I believe is going to help you no matter what you're promoting. You could be promoting paparazzi, Amway, MVU, it doesn't matter, right? Transact card, whatever it is that you are promoting, this is going to help you because of the fact that we need to talk to people, right? In order to make it happen. So prospecting is part of you, is going to help you have that conversation. So I'm going to wait another 30 seconds before I get started. Make sure, let's see, I think it's over here. There's a bell right here where you can click that bell, and it will notify you every time we go live in our group Online Success Made Simple. Now, we never really talked about our QR code up here. So this QR code right here that says scan me, it leads you to our website. So our website gives you an idea of who we are and what we offer. Also, it will take you to our digital store where you can purchase products, our training. Hey, what's going on, Doc? Good to see you. Yes, I love those diamonds. Yes. So it will lead you to our digital store as well, and you could see some of the products that we sell to help you build a successful business online. So my girl Takesha, hopefully she'll be back next week, but she definitely cannot make it today. She had something she had to take care of, and it's two of us, so we make it do what it do anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. The do's and don'ts of prospecting. So there's some components that I'm going to rattle off to you. But like I said, I'm not going to go into detail, but it's definitely something that you're going to think about. Okay. It's definitely going to have you thinking, and I'm going to throw some nuggets in there for each section. And then we're going to come back at a later date and we're going to discuss this even further, because if I don't, we could be here all night, because prospecting has so many layers. Number one is something that we must do. I know for me, I did not like prospecting. I wanted to just put my link out there, and if you want it, click it. If you don't, keep it moving. But then I realized, okay, people don't interact with links, they interact with people. So once you build relationships and people get to know, like, and trust you, that's when they decide that they want to partner with you, either to work with you or to buy something from you. So that means I had to come from behind my computer, because I was like behind the computer like this, y'all, typing, putting them, my content behind my computer, thinking that I would grow a huge team. No, it doesn't work like that. So I realized I had to do a few things before I even go out and prospect. There's a few things that you must do. You must fill out your yes, Dr. Kathleen, you must fill out the platform that you're on, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever you're using, Instagram. You want to fill that information out in its entirety. So that means you need a picture, a nice picture of yourself, of you smiling, nice, clear, crisp picture. And nowadays you can do a nice selfie. Okay. And that will work for your profile pic. Then you want to do a banner, and the banner should pretty much explain what it is that you do, right? Then you want to do an intro. You make sure you have an intro. So if you're not sure of these things, what I'm talking about, just go to my profile and you'll see. Okay. If you have groups, you can put your groups up there. I recommend one website. Okay. And you don't want that website going to your business opportunity. Okay. So if you're in something like paparazzi, right? Or you're in what is it, TLC? I mean, there's so many companies out there, right? I can't even think of any. You don't want that plastered all over your profile, because there's no reason for anyone to speak to you, because they already see what you do. But if you have a product of your own and that website goes there, that's cool. The website also can go to a digital business card, where they can set up an appointment and talk to you. Okay. So just make sure those things, before you even get started talking to people, make sure those things are set up. And the reason why you want to set those up is because when you reach out to people, one of the first things they do is they go and they check you out. You don't notice though, but they checking you out. They look at, what it is that you're about. They look at what you're posting. So that's the other thing. You got to make sure that you're posting value. Make sure that you're posting lifestyle, inspiration, and a variety of that. If you're going to post about your opportunity, I suggest that you do it in a form of a curiosity post, where they don't know what it is you're promoting. They know it's a business, but they're not sure which one. Because, like I said, if you put the business name and the logo all over the place, they are already going to know what it is. And then they'll decide whether they want to be a part of it or not, because then they're going to go and do all this research and find something negative, and there you go, gone. Don't even know that you have an interested party. Okay. So that's why I like to use the attraction marketing principles, so that I can attract the individual that I would like to work with. Okay. And if you're interested in knowing what that is, because we talk about it all the time, but you want something tangible, you can click on the link in my profile, and it will give you'll be able to get the blueprint the attraction marketing blueprint. But anyway, so the first thing you want to do when you're out there prospecting, you want to understand your prospect. You want to know, who are they? What are they, what's their why? What are they about? Have some idea of what they're about. Then, you're trying to figure out, well, how do I make my first contact? What do I say? Because you got to say something. You don't want to just throw a link in their DM. That's going to turn them off. So you want to come up with a nice, engaging intro, pretty much sharing who you are and maybe a little bit about what you do, but nothing too much, but just to get the conversation going. Even if your goal is to share with them something you're excited about, you can even say that and ask them, is it okay to share this information with them? Believe it or not, some people are gonna say, yeah, I would love to see, what you have. I'm open. And then you're gonna get those that be like, heck no, leave me alone. I mean, somebody even told me, like, don't leave me any messages about making money online. I was like, okay, you know. So you're going to get all kinds. The more you do it, at first you're going to feel like a little funny, like, oh my God, what they say is going to affect your ego and all this other stuff. But then after a while, it's going to become a game, because it is a numbers game, y'all. And you're just going to laugh at some of the responses you get. And when you get to the point where you're laughing and they're not affecting um your ego or your feelings or anything, you can just continue to send as many messages as possible. And you know what the what the saying is, or how the saying goes: some will, some won't, so what? And it'll just roll off your back. You wouldn't even pay it no mind. you know so you also want to leverage social media. You want to follow up, and then you definitely want to use tools and automation. So I'm going to say a little bit about each, but like I said, Takesha and I, we're going to come back and we're going to dive into each one of these sections um, in more detail. So when you're understanding your prospect, you know their needs and their wants. We did a training a while ago about creating an avatar. That's where that comes in at. So go to the guide section and find that training on the avatar, because that's what this is talking about. Your avatar helps you to understand who your prospect is: male, female, work from home, stay at home wife, um, six-figure earner, teacher, nurse, doctor, whatever, right? Age 35, own a home, live in an apartment, owns a car. Okay, those kinds, that's part of your avatar. So you need to know who it is that you're speaking to. So you need to know their needs and their wants. You also need to know their goals and their whys, right? Now, the best way to find out the actual prospect that's in front of you, what their goals are and what their why is asking a question. Really simple, you know. And I know for me, when a person expresses interest in what it is that I have, I get excited and I be so quick to give them my link. So you have to learn to breathe, fall back a little bit, get some more information, and then there will be a time where you can present your link, because a lot of times they'll ask for it. Okay. So, how many times I put in the chat, how many times did you feel like, or was there ever a time when you finished talking to a prospect and you felt like, dag, I should have said this, I should have waited for that, I should have paid more attention to when they said this? You're going to have that. You're going to have that. It's okay. The more you do it, the better you'll become. And then it won't be this thing that you're trying to avoid as you grow your business on social media. You just can't, it's unavoidable. Okay. So you may want to find prospects in groups. So these are the types of groups you can go into: work at home moms and dads, work from home, right? There's a bunch, affiliate marketers. There's a bunch. Senior citizens, widows, disability recipients. You know, there's a lot of disability recipients that are just looking for some extra income because their disability goes but so far. Just because they may be collecting a disability check doesn't mean that they're handicapped, in the form where they cannot sell a product or become an affiliate of a particular company. Okay. So don't think of it that way. So that's all I'm going to say about understanding your prospect, because that is huge, really huge. Now, you're making your first contact with your prospect. So you're reaching out. You I what I like to do is just use a direct message. I don't want to take the time to ask them, well, how's the weather? Are you married? How many kids you have? All that stuff in the beginning. As time goes on and you're talking to this individual, you might find that you have something in common. And then you may have a whole conversation around that. Like, I've had many conversations online with educators. I was a teacher for 25 years. And then sometimes some people will go and look at your profile and then say it in the DM, like, "Hey, I see that you are a retired teacher. I am a teacher too." Yep. Or, "I used to teach as well." And then you start talking about that whole career. Well, what happened? Why aren't you no longer teaching? Where are you teaching? What did you teach? It could be a whole conversation around that, right? So that breaks down the barriers, because you have something in common that you can talk about, that can be very authentic. So you want to do that. So your very first contact, I believe, should be very relaxed, very laid back. You don't want to be aggressive. You just want to have a conversation. A lot of times you may have to have several conversations in order for it to even get to business, and that's okay. So don't think that every prospect, every person that you speak to, it's going to lead to business. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, what I just want to know when, you're like you jump in double dutch. When do I share my link?" When they ask for it, or when it's appropriate for you to ask. You'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell. There's no magic potion, there's no magic word, there's no magic sentence. You just will be able to tell. Just like when um you're at an outing, and maybe a guy may ask you to dance. Some guys may come over and have a conversation with you. Some of them may buy you a drink. Some of them may just come up and say, "Would you like to dance?" And depending on your mood or the song or where you are at that moment, you might say, "Yeah, yeah, why not? What's a dance?" Right? So it's the same thing. When guys approach women, it's the same type of thing. They're trying to figure out the best way to do it, you know? So just make sure that when you're prospecting, you're reaching out. And for me, direct is the way to go. Just let them know what your intentions are. I let them know that I am the admin of Side Hustles to Consider. I came across an amazing opportunity. Is the best thing. Some no, or I wouldn't say opportunity. I would just say something amazing is the best thing I've seen all year. Would you like to see it? And if they say yay or nay. Some people say, sure, I would love to see it. Some people are like, no, thank you. Or some people don't even respond, right? So you're only connecting with those that respond to you. It's all good. That's why it's a numbers game. If you do 10 at a time, send out 10 messages at a time, and you get one person out of the 10 to respond, and they respond wanting to see your link, that's a cool thing, right? To me, I make it a goal that I want to share my link at least 5 times a day. Expose my business at least to 5 people a day. Now, does that mean that I just send out 5 messages? No, because like I said, some people don't respond. Some people are not interested. Some people just flat out rude. You might get that one, you might get one person. You might. So at least send out batches of 10. And you can do 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon, 10 in the evening before you go to bed, and you'll wake up to messages. That's the best part, is to wake up in the morning and you have messages, nice responses. Okay. So, one of the things that we tend to do, you said somebody is impersonating me in your okay. All right. So what you could do is you can report them. Okay? Because I did notice that somebody is trying to impersonate me and give out some saying congratulations, this, that, and the third. So just report them and block them. Thank you so much for letting me know. And greetings to you from Brazil as well. So a lot of times we tend to talk too much. We say way too much, right? I like to utilize tools. If you have a tool, if your company has a tool, let the tool do the selling. All you want to do is get the tool in front of the individual. That way they can make an informed decision whether they want to be a part of what it is you're offering or not. And then they'll make a decision if they do want to be a part of it, how they want to be a part of it, whether they want to be a customer or they decide that they want to be a distributor, affiliate, whatever it is that your company calls it. So you want to give them that opportunity. So it doesn't make sense for you when you're prospecting to throw up all over them and then share a video, right? So the goal is to invite them to see the information, whether you're sending them a video, whether you're inviting them to a Zoom or a webinar or a in-person event, however you're getting the information in front of them, you're saying less is possible, and your goal is to invite them to see the information. Okay. So I'm going to give you like a something that I have used, and you can use it or use some variation of it. So, you might say, hey, Dr. Kathleen, hope you're doing well. Just wanted you to know that I appreciate your post. So this could be someone that you see in your feed all the time, right? And love what you are sharing. Wish more would share the value and the fun stuff than all the spammy posts that I see cluttering up in my news feed. Now, when somebody sees that in their message, it's going to let their guard down in their messages, right? Hope you find as much value in my posts and stories as I find in yours. Have a great day. Again, thank you. right? So that's somebody that you see, that's somebody that perhaps commented on your post, but you're not in their inbox trying to sell them something, right? But that gets it going. That's like the first contact, right? So you could do something like that, or you could do something like I shared before and become, just be more direct. Okay. Now, you want to leverage social media, and how you want to leverage it is through groups. And we're going to go over, hey, what's going on, Val? Um, how you want to do groups, how you want to leverage groups is you want to go into groups where your target audience is. Like I said before, it could be um mom work from home moms, it could be dads who fish, I mean all kinds of stuff, right? It doesn't necessarily have to do with business. It could be something that has to do with a hobby that you have. Singers, right? Gospel singers, dancers. There's all types of groups. People who travel, right? There's so many groups, right? So you hang out in those groups, and that would be your target audience. Give value. And then what you can do is there's a section in the groups where you click members, and then you scroll down where it says have um, things in common. Click on that, and then you can send messages to those people that have things in common with you. And you could send a message saying that, hey, we're both in the group, whatever the group is. And then you could say, hey, um, I have something that I think that I think is totally amazing. It's the best thing that I've seen all year. Are you open to taking a look at it? So the person may say, yeah, because they recognize your name from the group. Yeah, you give a lot of value in the group. Sure, I would love to see it. Just like that, right? So that's one person that you could send your link to. Also, you can go and use friends and followers from your profile. Hey, we've been friends for X amount of years and we have never communicated. What do you do? You can even start out with something like that. So leverage your social media. We all have friends, we all have followers. So when we say that we don't have anybody to talk to, we have plenty. We do. Especially if you have 3,000 friends or more, right? So if what I'm saying so far is resonating with you, can you put a heart in the chat and just let me know that you are with me? Cuz I know I am just whipping through this thing, and it's already 5:39, and I really don't want to be um before you long. So if you could put in the chat some hearts and just let me know, like, yeah, I'm with you. I get it. I'm taking notes. It would be all good. All right. Another part of this whole thing is following up. And I know for me, following up was tough. And sometimes it can and still can be tough because you really need to follow up within 24 hours. Because if you wait any longer than that, the person already moved on. Because if they're looking for something, they don't moved on from your opportunity 24 hours ago, if not 2 hours ago, depending on how hungry they are. So you want to follow up and just let them know, hey, I'm just circling back, on the information that I gave you um, the other day, um, that kind of thing. And then some of your businesses, they provide you with a funnel, and with that funnel you will already know whether they looked at it. So then you can come back and say, hey, I sent you a video the other day. I got a sense that you looked at it. Love to hear what you like best about it. Okay, so you can do that. Now if you're doing automation, then you want to use an email sequence. Definitely. I have some stuff on automation. If a person clicks on it, they put their information on the website, they're going to get emails from me. And if they're interested, they're going to click on it and they're going to buy. And if not, they're just going to keep it moving. They're either going to unsubscribe or get the rest of my email sequence. It's all good. And eventually we'll connect with each other. Okay? That happens. Also, when you follow up with people, if they have a lot of questions, I highly recommend that you get them on a three-way. And then you just ask them. Like, I know for me, I used to I didn't know how to get them on a three-way. Now it's like, "Oh, do you mind if I set up a chat or messenger with myself and my business partner because she will be able to answer any questions you may have." And that's, if they're expressing interest, I do that. I just make a chat or messenger with me, that person, and the person that's going to do the three-way, the expert, and I just say, "Hey, how's everybody? How you doing?" And then she'll say, "Hey, um, when is it a good time to chat? Anybody available for a chat?" Something like that. And then when they say that they're available, I can either call them right there in the chat, because it calls all three people or four people or how many people it is. And we have a conversation right there. Sometimes the conversation might just be a text in the chat, you know, but then we'll see how far that goes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I do that, or I just make a phone call. You mind if I get my business partner on the line? Because she can answer, your questions, because she's been doing this way longer than me. That's it. That's it. Don't sweat it. And then the last part is you want to use tools and automation, when you're doing your prospecting. Because remember, everything that you do as a whole on social media is a component of prospecting. And I'm going to say that one more time. Everything you do is a component of prospecting. So, you're posting every day, your audience is looking at what you're posting. So, you want to share as much as you as possible without, getting too personal. You're hanging out with your grandkids, that's cool. So on a Saturday, you're posting going out to breakfast with your significant other or your husband or whatever. Or you're going on a church outing, you're doing your church outing. Then you're doing your motivation on Monday. Maybe on Tuesday, you may share a curiosity post, or you might um, share something great that happened to you, a victory. That's another thing. Share your victories, no matter how big or how small, right? Facebook right now is recognizing people for their content. Share that. People get excited to see that. If you're on YouTube and you have 100 subscribers, share that. That's a milestone. Okay? Your group is growing. You have over 2,000 people in your group. Share that. That's the kind of stuff that people love to see, and they will comment. And guess what? They're looking at you as a person of authority. So make sure you're sharing those things. So you want to make sure that you're using Canva or Post on My Wall to make an amazing post. There's just so many tools and stuff that you can use right now to really make your post pop. So make sure you're doing that. And if you're not sure how to use Canva, we have Canva training in the guide section. So just go in the guide section and you can look at the Canva training that we have done. Use that ChatGPT. AI is what's up. I'm telling you. Now, I use something to help me with my videos called in video. And what that does, it there's a couple of ways you can use it. You can just basically tell it what you want your content to be about, and it'll create a video about it. Whether it's tips to relieve stress, tips to get traffic to your websites, tips for prospecting, whatever it is, right? Tips for stronger nails, um, tips for clearer skin, right? You can make all kinds of videos for that, right? Right on in video. I use it a lot. And I just get different ideas based on what I see people in my niche post. And I'm like, I think I can do a video about that. Right. So you're not in the video. They create the video based on the words that you give it. And you can share the tone that you want it to speak in, the look and feel of it. It's called in video, in video. Best $25 a month I have spent. Right. But one of my go-tos, and this is me and Takesha, our go-to is NowSite. And we use NowSite because NowSite will give you social media content that goes along. Yes, in video. That's it. So NowSite will give you social media content that, number one, that fits with 4 different platforms. So know that each platform has its own feel, its own character. It's another word I'm looking for, and I can't find it right now. Own culture. There we go. Right? So it has its own culture. So it can take that same post and do a different variation of it so that it will fit Facebook, YouTube, um, Instagram, TikTok. Okay. And basically, you're just telling the AI, this is what I want. And it will come up, it will formulate a post that is perfect for whichever platform you click on, and you'll see how they'll change the words, they'll put the hashtags. It's amazing. Yes. Yeah. Now you have TikTok and YouTube, right? I remember before using NowSite, I had a LinkedIn account, but I wasn't posting them. Now I get up in the morning. Sometimes I'll say, you know what, surprise me, hook me up, give me a nice post, and that thing will come up with something, and I'll post just like that. 1, 2, 3, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, and LinkedIn with less than 10 minutes. So that is NowSite, and that's the My AI. Now, that is something that I highly recommend. And if it's something that you would like to consider, you can get a month free right now. You can use it for free, see how you like it, and then you can decide to pay the $49 a month. But if I were you, I would definitely check it out because it saves a lot of times. Because sometimes when you're real busy, especially when you're coming off a vacation or whatever, you know you need to post something, but you can't think, you know. You just have a lot going on. Go to NowSite My AI, and she will do what she needs to do for you. I love that thing. So, you want to make sure that you have your tools and your automation down pat. You can It's hard to do this kind of work without tools. You need tools. Okay. So you just decide which tool works best for you and use it consistently. And then that's when you'll start getting those recognitions from Facebook, because that way you'll see that people are engaging with your content. And when that AI helps you out, that AI will put together content that's engaging. It will. It will. I do it all the time. So Dr. Kathleen now she's rocking 6 platforms right now. Rocking it, killing it, and without bending the brain, you know? It's just a matter of tapping into that tool. So you need tools. It's just a matter of which one you want to get. So I'm going to leave you with some conversation starters. And I'm going to leave you with 3 of them, and then you can come back and pretty much extrapolate them from the video. But I'm going to read them to you right now. These are some of the ones that I have used, and you will get positive responses when you're out there prospecting. So you could say, hey, I just got into a real neat project because it saves literally everyone money, right? From a young person to a retired baby boomer, I'm super excited about this. Would you like to take a look? Very direct. The person can decide. It's not like, oh my God, why are you here? You already said why you're here. And the person will let you know whether you can send the link or not. Here's another one. Hey, I know you and your husband were looking for additional income stream to earn more. I found something that you should really take a look at. It's worth your time. Would you like to take a look? Right. So this is somebody that you know. You could take that and tweak it. We were talking yesterday, and I thought about you when I came across this. All right. And here's another one. And use this in whichever way works for you. Do not use it verbatim if it doesn't fit. Right? Or you could just write it down, run it through the AI, and let the AI give you a different variation of what I just shared. That's why I love AI. Okay. Here's another one. Hey, I just came across a really amazing opportunity. It literally saves every single person money. Would you like to check it out? So, same variation of the first one, but just more direct and to the point. So I leave you with those. Let me know in the comments how they're working for you. If you want the information for Now Site, put in the comments Now Site, and I will put a link in the comments that you guys can check it out for free. If you are already in Now Site and you haven't upgraded to use the I highly recommend that you go to the support within Now Site. Let them know, hey, I want to take advantage of checking out the AI for free. And they will take care of you, give you access, and then you can check it out for free. And then if you don't like it and it's not for you, you can always cancel it. That's what I love about these programs. You're not stuck. You can use it for as long as you want to use it. And if it doesn't do what it needs to do for you, or what it should be doing, or what you want it to do for you, you can always cancel. So you're not stuck. So does anybody have any questions or anything that I have gone over? It is now 5:44. A good 45 minutes. I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you got value. And like I said, every last one of these points we can do a whole training on. So Takesha and I, we will be coming back, and we will be diving into more of understanding your prospect, because there's a lot to it. Making your first contact, leveraging social media, following up techniques, and using AI tools, or using tools in automation. We can do a training on each and every one by itself. But just wanted to give you a little something to walk away with, so that you can use it, because it's the end of the year, y'all. And if you have already exhausted your warm market, and you need to get your information in front of new people, or people you don't really know that well, then you want to be out there prospecting every single day. Do not miss a day. Okay? Try to set a goal as to how many people you would like to share your opportunity with a day. And if you need to take off Saturday and Sunday, then you take off Saturday and Sunday. If you need to take off Sunday and Monday, you take off Sunday and Monday. But at least do it for 5 days. And you're going to see a difference. You're going to see a difference because now you're talking to more people. And the more people that you're talking to, the more people you're connecting with, you'll notice that your engagement rate on your posts will go up. You'll notice that Facebook will start sending more traffic your way because you're engaging more. You can start out by just engaging with those people that engage on your posts every day. Because hopefully you are engaging on other people's posts. Okay. So don't make it hard. It is something that we have to do because we're in this industry. And I'm sure that you know that people that just met you or know you from social media will be the ones that'll support you before your own sister, brother, cousin, homie that you've been hanging out since high school. That's just the fact because they don't know the business side of you. And then they look at it as that you trying to get them into something. So don't worry about it. That's why you want to hang out on social media with people that are doing what you do. So that when you approach them, it's not like, oh, is it a pyramid? And asking all these crazy questions like, really? You know, are you open or not? And they'll tell you, no, I'm working on this, I'm promoting blah, 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 and then you're going to get those people. Oh my God, I got to say this before I go. You're going to get those people. Well, I'll look at your opportunity. If you look at mine, oh my God, really? You sound so lame right now. You know that person is not getting traffic. You know that person um definitely is not making too much money because even though my goal is to share with you what I have, and the only condition I have is for me to look at yours, that already tells me where you at. That already tells me. You know, it should come up in conversation organically, you know. And there are times when I'll say, okay, I'll take a look at it, but I just letting you know that I am focused on building what I'm sharing with you. I'll look at it so I can see what's out there, because I like to know what's new and what's coming up. And who knows, maybe I might say, wow, I wasn't really thinking about that, but I think I'm gonna circle back to you in about 30 days or 60 days, write it down. So, you just go with the flow and how you're feeling at that moment. But if you are not feeling it, one should have nothing to do with the other. That's just me. There shouldn't be any conditions. Either you want to take a look at it or you don't. And that's it. Well, I see that there are no questions. Again, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Those of you that are watching the replay, just make sure you put hashtag replay in the comments. I like to see who is checking out the content after we are done. So again, everyone have an amazing evening. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to hit me up. And when we get off this broadcast, I'll make sure that I put the link for Now Site if you want to try the My AI that's going to help you with your social media. You never have to worry about what to post ever again. And the beauty of it, it's going to be related to your business, not mine, your business, because you're going to feed it what it needs to know so that it can do the best for what you need. All right. So with that said, gotta run. See you guys next week. Have an amazing evening. See y'all in the group. See y'all around these social media streets. And be blessed. Let's let's blow December out of the water. So we're gonna scale up. We're gonna scale up our sales. We're gonna scale up our traffic by doing more prospecting. We can do it, y'all. We got this. We got this. Have an amazing evening. See y'all next week. Bye.